I wanted to give you an update about the protest that was going on in Wairika. On Friday, I got word that Zurg, after 19 days, ended his hunger protest. They got word from the Attorney General's office that they are reviewing their request for an external investigation. They're going to hopefully look into this and get all of the facts out on the table, have an open investigation. And obviously, I am still pushing for the sheriff to take a hold of his power. The sheriff took an oath to the Constitution to uphold the Constitution, and a constitutional sheriff is one that doesn't just enforce any law that comes across his desk. He looks at the law and says, is this a constitutional law or not, and sends it back to the Board of Supervisors or whoever else and says, no, you need to make sure that this is constitutional, because ultimately the sheriff is the law of the land. The buck stops with you. You determine what laws are enforced and what goes on. At any point, you can call the DA, call the court system, and tell them to drop the charges against the Hmong men and others who were arrested for going into the evacuation zone. At any point, you could tell the Board of Supervisors, to re-examine the water ordinances that are unconstitutional. At any point, you could call animal control and say, release the dog. Let Silk go home. Last week early, we were told that Silk would be released on Friday. And then when Friday came around, the family, or the people that are going in between and helping the family, was told that they have to have proof of a birth certificate for their dog. I don't know about you, but that was the first time I've ever even heard of people having birth certificates for their dogs. So lots of times people will have their pets, give birth at home, and then they give animals away. So where's the birth certificate, right? So that is just another really weird thing that's going on with the dog. We haven't been able to see the dog. So at this point, a lot of us are thinking that the dog didn't survive the shooting. We don't have any proof of life. They're still withholding the dog from the family. It's pretty obvious where, the dog came from and who it belongs to, who it should go home with, right? There's only one dog that came in with the shooting that night. So at this point, we're all thinking, well, a lot of us are thinking that the dog is dead. Hopefully, they will give us some proof of life and actually get this dog back to its owners. The people have gone through enough trauma. At any point, the sheriff could say, release the body cam footage and let's have a transparent investigation. Do it himself. Step up and take a hold of his power. And actually, come to the public and say, look, this is a tragic event. This video is very graphic, and I want you to know that we are, taking the steps to make sure that justice is served, no matter what way justice may fall, as long as justice is served. But as the sheriff, you can do that, and I'm hoping that you do. I'm hoping that you will step up and take control of your power, realize the constitutional oath that you took, and actually abide by that. Take control of your power and make sure that the laws that are being enforced in this county are constitutional laws. Make sure you look at the 8th Amendment, which protects against cruel and unusual punishment. You are in the state of Jefferson, so being a constitutional sheriff is going to win with everybody. You have an election coming up, and having the support of the people is necessary because the people are the ones who give the sheriff the power. The sheriff has the power of the people to be the law of the land, to not only enforce the laws, but make sure that the people are protected from the unjust laws. The sheriff is supposed to protect us and our rights, to make sure that we have our rights. Second Amendment right, all of them, okay? That's the sheriff's job. So sheriff, I encourage you to know what the Constitution guarantees us as rights and be the one to step up and make the state of Jefferson happen right here in Siskiyou County.